What's going on, Scorpio? How are you doing? Hope you're doing super well. This is the Autistic Mystic, and this is going to be your reading for the rest of October 2023. So in this reading, Scorpio, we're going to take a look at your overall general energy, some things you do not see coming, and we're also going to get some advice from your angels and spirit guides for you regarding the rest of October 2023. So before we begin this reading, as always, Scorpio, I do want to take a moment to let you know that you are very welcome here in this space with me as we go through this reading, and I really do appreciate you in advance for taking the time to check this reading out. Now, if this general reading happens to resonate with you, Scorpio, definitely smash that like button, subscribe down below if you have not already for future updates. I would also really appreciate that over here, Scorpio. So without further ado, I'm now going to pull the energy and we'll see what is coming your way for the rest of October 2023. Scorpio. As always, I would like to thank the angels, the interdimensional beings, and the spirit guides who are overseeing this act of divination for the sign of Scorpio. Let's go ahead and see what we got here, Scorpio. Yes. Okay, Scorpio. Honestly, I really feel like you're going to have a very pleasant rest of October. What I can tell you is for sure things are going to be relatively pleasant for you, depending on where you are in the world right now. But yeah, relatively pleasant overall, but definitely a very pending decision. So let's go ahead and get into this reading. This is going to be this is the pre-shuffled oracle cards, and this is going to be the energy that you need more of, the energy that Spirit wants you, Scorpio, to embody for your own highest good for the rest of October. And the first one you have is Transform, and you have this butterfly. And this card lets you know, Scorpio, that you are in a transition period. You're going from, being a caterpillar to a butterfly, and this is an element of air. So it does want you to really think about what you're transforming into, because we're always transforming into something. I don't know why there's a message here, Scorpio, that for some of you need to hear that, like, the law of attraction works whether you believe in it or not. If you choose to let your mind run on autopilot and not do the transformation, then you're just like, the mind can be likened to a garden. If you don't really cultivate it, weeds are going to grow everywhere here, Scorpio. So I get this transition period. For a lot of you, it has to do with your purpose. I get that very much, and your purpose will have to do with money. It has to do with your talent is what I'm getting here. So there's a very big transition period when it comes to your work or your purpose in life. I just had something really interesting to say. It went away. Hopefully it will come back if it's meant to. But you have transformation here. So you're in a transition period, and that's your opportunity to not force yourself to have it all figured out. Because I do feel for the vast majority of you, what I can tell you about this reading is that you are in alignment. If things seem shaky, if things seem up in the air, if things seem a little bit dicey, it's okay, because your opportunity is the Two of Pentacles this month. This is your opportunity. So you have a transition period, and you have the Two of Pentacles. See where things go, but definitely take control of your mind here, Scorpio, okay, with this transformation card. I get that for sure. So let's just keep going. The other energy you need more of, actually, is rest. So this is an earthy card. This is the bear, and it has to do with resting. So a lot of you, I feel like you're gearing up to launch. I don't know what that may be. There's a lot of fear surrounding whatever it is you're going to launch. For a lot of you, this is going to be committing to someone in a relationship. But for most of you, it has to do with your work. It has to do with a money move, a career move, a purpose move here, Scorpio. But for the rest of October, no pun intended. For the rest of October, you need to rest. So this could be as simple for some of you who have a lot going on, because I do feel like a lot of you, it's not going to be a boring month of inactivity. This is more of just a reminder to take time out for yourself and to do your best work, okay? So there is a little bit of that with this Two of Pentacles being your opportunity. Rest. Don't beat yourself up if you don't have everything figured out, because you're in a transition period. That implies that if you're transitioning, not everything is set with your mind or with your body, but you're meant to do that. And you also have Inspire. Okay, so the last energy you need more of is Inspire. And this is really the frequency of fire or air as well. So there's something here. Inspiration is definitely calling to you. I feel like you know what you want to commit yourself to. And really what this month is about for you, Scorpio, I can tell you right now with this transition or this transformation card, a lot of you know exactly what it is that you're going to commit your energy to. And it may not be manifesting right now in terms of full-on commitment, but you know what it is that you're going to be committed to, and this is a cause for celebration. For a lot of you, this has to do with a person you know you're going to be committed to. You're in a transition with them. For most of you, this has to do with your purpose, career. Now, the interesting thing about this card, I think it came out for you last, I don't know, something about music. This Ren is a card that is telling you something important with music is going on for you. So for some of you here, this is definitely something about you have musical ability that you're meant to go forward with. But for those of you that have musical ability, there's definitely something about fear that it's not going to work in terms of supporting yourself. So you're calling it more of a hobby. Even for some of you, it doesn't have to be. I don't know. You have this Ren card. So for others of you, if you're not producing music, then it's like pay attention to the synchronicity that comes to you this month through music is what I'm getting. Something about transition period with music. So take that or leave that. But here's the thing. When it comes to the tarot, you have the Two of Pentacles. And I feel like this is not figuring everything out. There is something intuitively with this inspiration card that the universe is getting you moving on something that is part of your purpose, but not going to define it for the rest of your life. You know what I mean? Like, yes, like if we look at my life right now, like, is tarot my purpose? Yes, but it's not going to define me. I'm going to do astrology. I'm going to do other things as well. But it was at a certain point, it is my purpose. There's no doubt. But it's not the whole purpose. And I feel like the reason I'm saying that is because for you, you know exactly where you're going to commit yourself to. But don't get into the trap of thinking, well, now this is it and this is my only purpose forever. That like very fixed, sometimes you can get that fixed mindset as a Scorpio. This is just what's happening at this moment. So then we have the Two of Pentacles is your opportunity. And in love, I do feel like this is a love message that if someone wants you, Scorpio, you need to let them come to you. You need to let them prove to you that they really want you. There's a message here of like, there's an opportunity when it comes to love and a potential love offer that is looming for you to be like this. And if someone is going to want you, they're going to come to you. That's your opportunity. I get that very strongly. There is a message here of you not overly pursuing a love thing, because you're going to know the right one is for you is the person who really is pursuing you and wants you. And some of you don't want to hear that, but that's just what I'm getting. Now, for others of you, this is to do with your career, money, or purpose is in a state of flux, and it's in a transition period, and this is what you need to allow it to be, even if that goes against some of your like basic needs as a human, because when your career is flux, when your money's in flux, things like the fear of poverty come out, and there's things, there's something called the 6 ghosts of fear. One of the biggest fears that holds people back in this life is the fear of poverty, okay? Because we don't want to do something and then it doesn't work out. It reinforces there's lack in the universe. But what I'm telling you here is like, there is a message here of oh my God, Scorpio, are you listening to me? A lot of you are really needing, and I don't think you have to, this is a weird one, I don't think you literally have to fail to do this, but there is something about the fear of failure or poverty or looking bad to yourself or on other people that's really holding you back. Especially for those of you musicians out there, or if this has anything to do with creativity, there's something here, Scorpio, about like you just know inherently like the only way to improve is to fail forward. Like if you try something, it doesn't work, you learn something about it. For those of you, you're so, and I'm not going to dig deep into it. I think it's more of a side thing, but you just need to start because there's something about inaction that is paralyzing you, but you are in this state of rest, transformation, and inspire. So I'm not saying you need to confront this for the rest of October, the fear of failure, but when it comes to November, December, January, like, you need to start putting something into works. Even if it doesn't work, that actually will work, because failure is just a step towards success if you look at it that way. If you look at it as, I'm not talented, this is really about a growth mindset versus a fixed mindset. Okay, and I see this happen with tarot. Like, let me just explain what I really feel is happening with you all the time. Whatever you feel like you're talented in, okay, whatever you're here to inspire others with, because I feel like it's something to do with your work. There's something here about, instead of viewing yourself as fixed, view it as changeable. So if it's like, look at tarot. Do you know how many people who are tarot readers would be great if they got their self-esteem out of it, if they left their ego at the door? Because the thing is, Scorpio, and you can apply this to any area of your life, I feel like it's really happening for you here. There's something about, if you view yourself as, I'm the greatest tarot reader ever, you may think that that's like beneficial, but in many cases it's harmful, because you have a fixed mindset. This is my ability. I am God's chosen one. I am talented at this. Therefore, I should never have to fail at it. And if I fail at it, it just means the world is screwed and no one can take good art in. And blah, blah. No, you need to come at it like, I am not that great. Even if you know you're great, you have to come at it with, I'm not that great. I have a growth mindset. I can change things. I can work on my ability to read. I can study more. It's changeable. Even if you come in thinking you're a god, because there's something you think you're a god at, or there's something that you are. What I'm getting, like, you have a genuine talent for something. Talent, the word talent in Latin means sum of money. When you express your talent in this world, money will follow you. But what I'm getting from this is, because you know that you're talented at it, that mindset of a fixed talent, that I'm so afraid to fail at this because I know I'm good, I don't want to fail at this because that would just be inaccurate to what I know is true about myself. I know I'm great at this. I know I'm talented, and therefore, because I know I'm great, because I know I'm talented, I don't want to take a lick. I don't want to take an L because it will hurt my ego, or your soul, or whatever, right? Not just ego. But there's something here that, even if you think you're like the best ever, someone who doesn't think they're the best ever but just simply outworks you is going to go ahead of you, versus the person who has a fixed mindset. I can never grow. It is what it is. And this has to do with anything that you do. And some of you, it's not clicking yet, but just please bear with me. I know I have a little bit of an attitude today, but I'm telling you, it's coming through very importantly. If you think you're so good at something, I would say take a step back and think that you suck. The reason why I'm saying that is not because you actually suck, but if you take that approach, then you'll mathematically, logically take steps to improve yourself. Whereas if you just think, I'm this, I'm that, then it's like your ego's hurt. So just be aware of that, please. So your opportunity is this. If your money's not in order, it's fine. You're in a transition period, and then your challenge is that transition period again, because your challenge is the Six of Swords. There's definitely something with travel. I feel like for most of you, Scorpio, there's something about where you're currently living. There's something about, I'm sorry that I took this long to get to this point. There's something about your physical whereabouts that's concerning to you. And it's your challenge, do I leave or do I stay? The Six of Swords is about moving from choppy waters to calm waters. It also has to do with travel, but it has to move away with something with almost like your head hung down, like a little bit of disappointment on your face. So I feel like there's some sort of physical location that your challenge is to really think about moving on from it. Really think about, especially if this is to do with your home. If you've lived here all your life, there's something about moving that's very challenging for you. Okay, so I just get that. Now, when it comes to your overall general energy here, Scorpio, you have the Three of Cups, you have the Eight of Wands, and you also have the Hierophant here. Now, the first thing that I'm getting is that you know exactly what it is you're going to commit yourself to, and that's a cause for celebration. The Three of Pentacles has to do with positive social interaction, celebration. The Eight of Wands has to do with open communication, speed, travel, and the Hierophant has to do with commitment or impersonal guidance, committing yourself to something bigger than yourself, some sort of established thing. So it could be the music industry, it could be the tarot community, it could be whatever. You're committing yourself to an established thing. Not that you can't bring your own style and innovate in whatever space you're moving into, but I just get like the main thing here, Scorpio, is you're very happy this month because you know what it is you're going to commit to, right? Like, to give you an example, I am a astrologer in the making. And every day I wake up and I work on astrology, and I'm very happy, not because I'm making money from it right now, not because I'm getting status from it, not because anything, but because I know, like, I'm an astrologer. I'm not there yet. I'm not ready to do it yet. But every single day I wake up and I have so much joy because I'm working toward this long-term goal, and I know it's what I'm meant to be doing. And that's how you know you're doing the right thing, by the way. You know that you're on the right path in this life is if this is one of the biggest realizations I've ever had in my life, and I really feel like it's going to benefit you this month to listen to this, Scorpio. You know that you're on the right path in life when making progress towards your end goal brings you joy. When the journey of this is what I'm going to commit myself to, when you haven't tasted the fruits of your labor, when you haven't made money from it, when you haven't got status from it, when you haven't achieved it, but getting there brings you pleasure every single day, and every single day feels like a holiday because it's so amazing learning it and going through it. Not that there won't be any struggle, but it's just genuinely bringing you joy. That's how you know you're on the right path. And that's what a lot of you have found. And that's the thing that you shouldn't undervalue. You shouldn't devalue that. You shouldn't discount that. But a lot of you, because there's no concrete result, it's bringing up fear, and it's like all these ideas that you conquered long ago. I do feel like, Scorpio, there's a message here as well about ideas or lower frequencies that you once conquered are now creeping back into your mind. Okay, like certain frequencies that you've evolved from, you've graduated from, you have obliterated, they're almost like creeping back up, and you just need to like swat it out. So I don't know what that's about, but here's the thing. When it comes to what you don't see coming, Scorpio, you have the Six of Cups, you have the World, and you also have this Page of Swords. So I really feel like a lot of you are really, in what you don't see coming, really thinking about how am I going to close out my past, because the Six of Cups has to do with the past. It has to do with nostalgia, your hometown, your roots, your ancestry, that place that you live for a long time, especially for those of you that have been living a place your whole life. I feel like you're really thinking, is this really the place for me or not? And there's an upgrade for you from your past. Like, your past is being upgraded, but if you hold on to the past, it's going to be hard for that upgrade to happen. You have the Page of Swords, which is about getting more information, waiting. It's a card of waiting, getting more information. And so there's definitely something here about you waiting for the right time to completely let your past go. And I feel like it's a physical location for a lot of you. Some of you will be a job. You're waiting for the right time to completely bounce. A lot of you will be working 2 jobs right now for the rest of October, or you're working one job that you don't like, but you're gearing up for the thing that you're talented at, but you're so afraid of, or whatever. And then when it comes to your advice, this is worse than it seems. You have the Nine of Wands, you have the Ace of Pentacles, and you also have the Five of Pentacles here, Scorpio, when it comes to your advice from Spirit. And I really feel like there's something here about the fear of poverty, the fear of failure, something that you know that you meant to do in the physical world, a new physical beginning, having to do with, I feel like it's to do with work, money, your talent, your purpose in life. You've been putting it off. You've been procrastinating. And Spirit's letting you know, Scorpio, you've been procrastinating for a long time. And you've been procrastinating on taking a physical action, but you've also been procrastinating on telling yourself, this is what I'm going to do. The reason why this month is so good for you is because you now know what you're going to do. And you're searching out for the people that you're going to help, that are going to help you, colleagues, and also in personal guidance who are above you. So I feel like you know exactly what you're going to do, but there's still a fear of launching it now. And because you have the Nine of Wands, unfinished business, being a little hurt, wounded, the Ace of Pentacles, new physical beginning, and then the Five of Pentacles being on the outside in the physical world. Like, a lot of you, here's the thing, you're not where you want to be in the physical world. You're not in alignment with your purpose completely, but you are in alignment with the journey of actually getting to the point you want to be. Does that make sense? Like you're not where you want to be physically, but spiritually, if you can implement some of the things that I'm saying, you're where you need to be. So do not fear, because money is how they control us. I just want to say that. Like, the Matrix controls us through trying to convince us that you better follow mommy and daddy's little advice, or you're going to end out on the street. And it's like, maybe they're not that it's that bad for some of you, but I don't know. It's just like, I don't know. Let's go ahead and start clarifying this reading. Let's go ahead and clarify why the Two of Pentacles is here in your opportunity. Why is there an opportunity for you to not know, for you to juggle, for you to be in flux? Let's see. Why is that your opportunity? What? All right. For some of you, it has to do with the initial love thing that I mentioned. You need to wait for someone to come to you. When it comes to your opportunity, you have the Emperor, you have the Magician, and you have the Page of Swords. And so this is you waiting for the potential that you have with a very strong person in your life, but you need to wait for them to come to you. That's at least your opportunity, because if you try to force it and they're just kind of like, I don't really know, I don't know if that's going to go so good for you. So you need to know, there's an opportunity to wait if someone's going to come to you in love, if someone's going to propose an offer to you, because if they don't propose it and you try to force it with them, I don't think that's going to go good for you. I just have to say that. For others of you with this energy, you're definitely just building your potential before you take action. The Page of Swords is getting more information, and this is to do with spiritual energy, visualization, working with spiritual energy. And I would always say, Scorpio, the setup is more important than the goal. So whatever it is that you want to do, whatever transition period that you're in that you want to do with your purpose, money, physical world, please do not devalue this time that you're resting and you're in transition. Please do not value it. And because here's the thing, you're going to know that you're on the right path is if in the process of figuring it out, in the process of taking a small step towards your goal, you're filled with joy. You're filled with dopamine because you're making small progress. You're filled with joy because it's just something that you love to do, whether you're going to make money from it or not. That's how you know you're on the right path. If, on the other hand, because I feel like that's what it is, but a lot of you then are juxtaposing it with, well, what if it doesn't work? What if I have to fail? What if it doesn't go according to my mind's plan? But your mind's plan is never as powerful as the universe's plan. But what I'm telling you, Scorpio, here, is there's definitely like a mix-up. Like you're where you need to be in a transition period. You're not meant to have it figured out yet. But if you let the fear of failure or the fear of even starting it get in the way of you being in a state of flux, and you don't enter into a state of flux, you're like, I'm not doing that because of the fear of poverty, or like some sort of like earthy fear, or I'm not good enough, I can never make money for it. Like if you let that fear get in the way of the small progress, you're screwed. That's what I don't want to see happen. You're screwed. So don't worry. There is no outside world. Your opportunity with the Magician is to focus on the energetic foundation, right? So it's like, I'm not starting an astrology account on YouTube because I haven't done a year of visualizing myself as the best astrologer ever. So I wouldn't get as good results. Like it's like, so hold on. Go to your like physical whereabouts. I want to look at why the Six of Swords is here in your challenge. Why is that here in your challenge? It just screams physical move to me. But it may be complicated with the love offer you're waiting on or something. I feel like this is more to do with like your purpose. Hold on. Yeah, you have the Page of Pentacles, the Chariot, the Nine of Cups, the Lovers, and the Three of Wands. Yeah, your challenges, first of all, there's something about, remember how I told you about the person that if you're a single Scorpio, there's something about you're waiting to hear from someone. Because you're like feeling like you're pursuing it a little bit, and that is making you feel weird, and it should. Because there's something here about your challenges to wait is if someone is going to choose you, they're going to come to you. I'm telling you, you can force it with someone. If you're a go-getter woman, this is not sexist, you can go pursue the man. I'm not telling you to not pursue the man because of some sort of sexist reason. If a girl pursues me, I'm an Aries, I'm a Venus in Aries. I love that. If a girl asks me out, if a girl tries to message me, hey, autistic mystic, like I love that. This is not about anything sexist. But what this is about is just basically what the tarot is telling me. If you need to pursue someone, if you need to be the one knocking on the door, if you're putting more energy into it, it's not going to go actually well for you in the long run. It may just be a distraction from your purpose. On the other hand, if someone comes to you, if someone is really pursuing you for a love commitment, then that's how you know that's the one that is good for you. That's the one that you need to be with. But then there's also this thing about career. The Six of Swords is clarified for the Chariot, and you have the Page of Pentacles, you have the Lovers, the Nine of Cups, and the Three of Wands. There's something here, definitely Scorpio, about like changing your physical location will allow you to work harder because there's less energetic baggage. I would not be sitting here in this seat giving you this reading if back in like 2019 I did not leave New York and get into my little car and drive to. I lived in Las Vegas for a year. 6 months out of the year I lived like in my car. And that was one of the most important things for my own self-development, is getting out of the old energy. If you have tried everything, or even if you haven't tried everything, but you really want to make more money, you want to change your life, get out of the place that you've been in for a while. Even if you know no one, even if it complicates your money situation, will it make your life scary for a period? Moving your physical location? Yes, but it will improve your self-development capacity. I just get that for you, for sure. So you know you're going to be committed to. For a lot of you, you know the purpose, you know the person. You need to pursue the purpose and then wait to see if the person pursues you. Because that's just what I get. So now I just want to get into this like advice thing. And for some of you, yeah, it's like, and here's the thing. Like this month, like if you know deep down, this is what I'm going to do. This is what I'm going to commit my energy to. You don't have to go too hard at it. It's just the celebration of this is what I'm going to do. You know you're set in that path, and that's great. But for those of you that are more dicey, it gets complicated. Let's clarify why the 9 of Wands is in your, because I feel like this is related to that. It's surrounded by the Ace of Pentacles and the 5 of Pentacles. That's clearly fear of poverty about a money move or a career purpose move. Let's see, why is the 9 of Wands here in your advice? Stop. Okay, so yeah, first of all, the 9 of Wands is clarified by the 7 of Wands in reverse when it comes to your advice here. So it's telling you like there's some sort of unnecessary defensiveness that you have going on. And I feel like for a lot of you, that unnecessary defensiveness has to do with starting something, to do with your purpose, talent, money-making ability, physical world, root chakra stuff. I feel like there's like a deep resistance for you to even take like the first step in terms of like launching something. And then you have the 9 of Swords and you have the Queen of Swords here when it comes to your advice. So there could be a decision that you need to make about someone that if they're not going to pursue you, it may just be better to cut it off, even if it really hurts you. I do get that. If they're not really hell-bent on pursuing you. I don't know why I'm getting that, Scorpio. And even if you're a man, Scorpio, listening to this, it really is to do with like choose the one. And this is like a gangster quote. Like I remember like there's a gangster like I just some Instagram guy, and his lesson that he said, he's like, if there's one thing I learned in life, choose the chick that wants you, not the one that you want. And it's like, what? And it's like, there's something about that in love for you. Choose the one that wants you, not the one that you want. Okay. I'm sorry. It's so clear to me for some sort of reason. And then there's just this thing about, once again, a transition period. And last thing I'll leave you with is this. Here's what's going on in your advice. Scorpio, even if you think you know you're amazing, you have so much talent, you're a great singer, you're a great artist, you're a great stockbroker, whatever, don't view yourself as great at it. I want you to consciously adopt the mindset of a growth mindset rather than a fixed mindset. I have so much talent at this. It's not helping you. It's not. You think I'm so talented at this. The fact that you think you're so talented and so great is the thing that is stopping you from putting it out there, is the thing that is stopping you from really letting it rip. I'm so great at it, therefore I'm not going to do it? Why are you not doing it then? Because you're afraid of what? First of all, it's understandable. You're afraid maybe you won't make enough money from it. That's understandable. But the other part of it about I'm afraid I don't want to look bad to myself. Well, if I'm so talented, what if I do it and then it doesn't work? It's not that you're not talented, but literally some of you are in the vibration of this. I'm telling you so clearly. You're very naturally talented at something, but you're going to put it out there and it's not going to do well at first. But because you have a fixed mindset, you're going to say, it's screwing you up. View it, I suck. put it out there, and then if it doesn't do good, you're at least saying, okay, fine, I can improve it, I can improve it. It's not that you're not good at the thing. It's that you're very good at the thing. Because you're very good at the thing, your ego is then blocking you and creating all of these conundrums that do not necessarily have to exist when you have a growth mindset that, okay, if I am so great at it, if I put it out there, it's not that my product isn't good, it's that I need to tweak it. But if you have a fixed mindset, you won't tweak it. You'll put it out there, you'll be like, it's fixed. See, I guess I'm not a good singer. And it's not true. I guess I'm not good at stockbroking. I guess I'm not good at this. And it's like, you are good at it, but you're just so like shooting yourself in the foot. Scorpio, fixed. And I'm just like Aries, like cardinal, mutable.